What happened to the key players in the O.J. Simpson trial?
Johnny L. Cochran Jr., Simpson's lead attorney, died of brain cancer in 2005 at
67 years old when he died in 2005.
Simpson's lead attorney on The Dream Team, Johnny Cochran captured the spotlight with his charisma and catchphrases, "If it doesn't fit, you must acquit," has certainly entered the national lexicon. After the trial, Cochran continued to practice law and appear as a TV commentator. Ronald L Goldman, July 2, 1968 to June 12, 1994, was an American restaurant waiter and aspiring actor. In 1994, Goldman became a friend of Nicole Brown Simpson, the ex-wife of American football player O.J. Simpson. On June 12, 1994, Goldman was murdered, along with Brown, outside her home in Brentwood, Los Angeles, California.
According to Wikipedia, Nicole Brown Simpson was the second wife of American football player O.J. Simpson. According to IMDb, she was an actress known for infamous crime scene. She was married to O.J. Simpson in 1977, when she was an 18-year-old waitress at the Daisy, a Beverly Hills nightclub. They began dating while Simpson was still married to his first wife, Marguerite, who was then pregnant with their daughter Aaron. Simpson and Marguerite divorced in March 1979. According to Wikipedia, on the evening of Sunday, June 12, 1994, Brown took Sydney and her friend out to dinner after the children were in a dance recital that night. That night, Brown, aged 35, was stabbed to death outside her home, along with Goldman. Their bodies were discovered shortly after midnight.
What happened to the white Bronco O.J. drove?
The Bronco passed through several owners after that, even appearing on a 2017 episode of Pawn Stars. Today, the vehicle is part of an exhibit at the Alcatraz East Crime Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Situated next to Ted Bundy's Volkswagen Bug and John Dillinger's red Essex Terraplane. Marsha Clark, the trial's lead prosecutor, resigned from the Los Angeles District Attorney's office after the case and left the practice of law. Her memoir of the trial, Without a Doubt, fetched a $4 million advance. Clark, now 70, has gone on to write a series of crime novels and has also appeared as a television commentator about high-profile trials.
According to New York Daily News, attorney Chris Darden, long dogged by rumors that he and his co-prosecutor Marsha Clark had been romantically involved during the 1995 trial of the century, admitted at last there'd been some truth to the speculation. "We were more than friends," he told Entertainment Tonight in a recent interview. According to Vanity Fair, fact of the matter is, Chris Darden and I were closer than lovers, wrote Clark in her memoir, Without a Doubt. And unless you've been through what we went through, you can't possibly know what that means.
Another member of The Dream Team, the 87-year-old F. Lee Bailey, who also famously represented Patty Hearst, has fallen from grace since the trial. He was disbarred in both Florida and Massachusetts for his handling of stock owned by a drug smuggler client. He also filed for bankruptcy in 2016. Even after passing the bar in Maine, he was denied a license to practice. Bailey passed away at age 87 in June 2021. He was in hospice care in Atlanta. Robert Kardashian was one of Simpson's oldest friends. They met as students at USC, and Simpson served as best man at Kardashian's 1978 wedding to Kris Houghton, who, of course, later became Kris Jenner. Kardashian was not a practicing lawyer when Simpson's trial began, but he reactivated his practice to join the defense team. He maintained serious doubts about Simpson's innocence, and the two stopped speaking after the trial. Kardashian died of esophageal cancer in 2003 at age 59. Since his death, Kardashian's ex-wife and his children, Kourtney, Kim, Khloe, and Rob, have become mega celebrities thanks to their reality shows Keeping Up with the Kardashians and The Kardashians. Like his company counsel Marsha Clark, Darden resigned from the DA's office in the wake of the trial. He went on to teach law at California State University and, similarly to Clark, published a memoir and co-authored several legal thrillers. In 1999, he started his own practice specializing in criminal defense. He is still practicing law, most notably representing Eric Holder, the man charged with killing hip-hop mogul Nipsey Hussle, but Darden withdrew from the case, saying his family had received death threats. Darden, now 68, is currently running for judge of the Superior Court in Los Angeles County, and has appeared as a legal commentator on News Nation, CNBC, Court TV, NBC, and CNN. Kris Jenner, the former wife of Robert Kardashian, one of Simpson's lawyers, was good friends with Nicole Brown Simpson. The four were often photographed together at Los Angeles social events in the late 1980s. In 1991, she divorced Kardashian and married former U.S. Olympian Caitlyn Jenner, born Bruce Jenner. They divorced in 2015. After the trial, she shot to fame with her reality series with her family, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The show has spawned numerous business ventures, and Jenner, now 68, remains one of the most visible public figures from the trial. Famous even before the Simpson trial for getting Klaus von Bülow acquitted of murder, Dershowitz emerged as another celebrity super lawyer. He taught at Harvard Law until 2013 and has advised a number of high-profile clients, including Jeffrey Epstein, Julian Assange, and Harvey Weinstein. Now 85, Dershowitz is still making headlines, including for advising President Trump throughout his impeachment trial. Judge Lance Ito's decision to allow television coverage of the trial was controversial, and in many ways, changed the nature of criminal trials. It was also revealed that Ito's wife, Margaret York, had been Detective Mark Ferman's superior officer in the past, but Ito did not recuse himself from the case. Ito remained a judge of the Los Angeles County Superior Court until his retirement in 2015. Now 73, he has kept a low profile since the trial, and has never publicly discussed it or given interviews. Gil Garcetti, now 82, was 2 years into his first term as the Los Angeles County District Attorney when the O.J. Simpson trial began. He won re-election to the DA's office in 1996, but lost in 2000. Since leaving public office, he served on a city ethics commission, as a fellow at the John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard, as a consulting producer on the TNT series The Closer and the show Major Crimes. His son Eric Garcetti was the mayor of Los Angeles, and is now the ambassador to India.
According to the New York Times, Gil Garcetti, as the Los Angeles County District Attorney, Mr. Garcetti and his office brought the double murder charges against Mr. Simpson. He continued in that role and served for 2 terms, until he was defeated in 2000.
Robert Shapiro, one of Simpson's Dream Team lawyers, famously clashed with F. Lee Bailey in the courtroom, and the feuding didn't stop with the O.J. trial. Shapiro later testified as a government witness against Bailey when he was accused of trying to keep $20 million in stock that one of his clients should have forfeited to the government. Shapiro went on to represent Steve Wynn of Wynn Resorts, Eva Longoria, and even Rob Kardashian, his former colleague's son. After his own son Brent died from a drug overdose in 2005, he founded the Brent Shapiro Foundation, a nonprofit that aims to raise drug awareness and also a rehabilitation facility. He is now 81. During the trial, Shea was the unknown lawyer who introduced the still new science of DNA to jurors. He made headlines for dismantling the police handling of evidence, ultimately wounding the strength of the prosecution's forensic evidence. He and fellow Simpson lawyer Peter Neufeld co-founded the Innocence Project, which uses DNA evidence to exonerate wrongly convicted prisoners. The project has helped overturn over 300 convictions. Shea, now 74, also teaches at the Benjamin N. Cardozo School of Law. Resnik was one of Nicole Brown Simpson's closest friends, who gained notoriety for her cocaine addiction. She checked into a rehab facility 3 days before Nicole was murdered, and infamously published a salacious tell-all book with a National Enquirer columnist during the trial. Resnik, who is now 66, later wrote another book, and appeared in episodes of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. One of the most vilified figures in the trial was Detective Mark Ferman, who was one of the first members of the LAPD to arrive at the murder scene on the night of the crime. Simpson's defense team argued that Ferman had tampered with and planted evidence, and when tapes emerged of Ferman using racial slurs against African Americans, after testifying under oath that he did not use those words, his credibility became irrevocably damaged and he was widely condemned as a racist. Ferman retired from the LAPD that year and later pleaded no contest to perjury for his false testimony. Since then, like many participants in the trial, the 72-year-old Ferman has written true crime books. He also appears on television and talk radio. One of the more unusual characters in the trial was Kellen, a struggling actor who lived in Simpson's guest house. He was home during the night of the murders and was a minor witness for the prosecution. He was often dubbed the most famous house guest in America. He later appeared in sketch comedy, reality shows, and had small parts in television and film. He also won a landmark case in the field of libel law, after the National Enquirer ran a shirtless photo of him with the headline, "Cops Think Kato Did It." Kellen, now 65, has appeared on Celebrity Big Brother and is on the Cameo platform.
As you leave the page, kindly hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. Thank you for watching.